Hey guys, welcome back to Cruisy Plays. Thanks for joining me on episode 2 of my Let's Play England. Let's get started. Alrighty, so I just conquered Ulster, and probably, because I didn't pick up that much aggressive expansion through the conquest, I might just look to straight away start claiming on other provinces. I'll probably go Leinster next, because it's another easy target. No real allies as just yet, so it should be a relatively easy war for England. So I'll start fabricating a claim there. I'll join my fleets back together because there's no real threat from Scotland at this point. Actually, send it there just in the anticipation of a blockade when I do declare war. Bring my maintenance down a bit. As you can see, when I slide it down to halfway, it does go into the positives, so that's pretty ideal during peacetime. So yeah, our conquest is going good at the moment. Our ideas will be picking up relatively soon. I'm definitely going to go with the exploration ideas, just because you get the extra, it's purely for colonization basically. You get the colonist, you get Quest for the New World, which allows you to start to reveal this, I guess you can call it Fog of War, which is called in this game Terra Incognita, as you can see there. You get, it's Explorers and Conquistadors. Explorers reveal naval tiles, and Conquistadors reveal land tiles when you actually land troops on an unexplored territory, which is pretty cool. So yeah, basically Ireland is pretty ideal for the colonization game because you have a colonial range, I guess you can call it, and it's based on your closest home port. I think that's right, the closest core home port. So that would basically be Ireland. Norway's got another good position up in Iceland here, but you know, so yeah, let's get started. Just letting time tick away here, waiting for that claim to be fabricated. Oop. Oh no, got some heresy going on in our territory. I'm just gonna take the revolt risk and the money hit. Because I really, actually, I'm just gonna take this because I don't really care about their relations with those countries that they're gonna take a hit. Actually, so yeah, I think we'll just take that. Where is the heresy? Let's see, in Ulster is it? That's revolt. Okay, so the heresy act didn't actually appear. That's interesting. So yeah, we're just gonna let time tick on here. Let that claim be fabricated. Shouldn't take too long. When it hits about 80%, I'll raise my army maintenance in preparation for an invasion. Again, just to make sure. Haven't allied anyone? No, good. Alright, 80%. Go to the economy tab, bring the army maintenance up, full. And of course we get a large revolt. Okay, so we got 7 nationalists in Ulster and 9 peasant regiments in Essex. So what I like to do here, it's kind of a bug in the game. You can move your armies into position and then click target practice and they'll revolt, and basically I think you get a defender bonus. I have to find out of this. Yeah, you do, yep. Got a nice defender bonus with the rebels, which is always nice. So this is a little sort of strategy you can use, I guess. Just got a claim on Leinster. To declare war straight away, don't want to waste any time here. Declared war, we're already blockading, move in, clean up their army, and start the siege. Cool. So we're well on our way. to our goal. Last jousting tournament. I'm gonna take the prestige hit because declaring a lot of wars, it's not really a big loss. We'll gain it back pretty quickly. And winning wars, you get prestige by basically winning battles, naval battles, land battles, exploring new territory. You gain quite a bit of prestige doing it that way, actually. Random events tend to give you a bit of prestige here and there. Yeah, it's pretty good. Send these guys back up to the Scottish border. Okay, attention. Ooh, okay. Scotland just gained a claim on me, but I don't think they're going to do much with it. And if they do, they're going to get absolutely wiped off the face of the earth. Yeah, there's this event in England. It's unique to England. It's called War of the Roses. Basically, England descends into a civil war over who should get the crown of England. Basically, it's between York and what was it, Lancaster, I believe it is. And my ideal situation would be to have control of this whole area and then go into the civil war, because it'd be a lot easier to manage instead of just having multiple wars and revolts to deal with. It gets a bit messy. But yeah, we'll just deal with that when it comes to it, I guess. So yeah, we're doing good so far. We're sieging up Leinster pretty well, I must say. Got it, sweet. We can end the war here. Full annexation. What else? Not too much aggressive expansion. I mean, it's not that bad. They don't really punish you for small conquests like this, especially in England, because you're so far away from everyone else. They don't really care about it. Our next war, though, will be a bit of a big one, because no matter what, we'll be going up against Scotland. Just check my force limit again. I can afford to get more troops. I'm going to get more troops over here, because I believe they'll be better use in Scotland, because these stacks don't really mean much. With the army composition, you don't want any more than 50% cavalry ratio, because then you start to suffer a penalty for being sort of over the limit of cavalry, I guess. However, 50% on the mark is ideal, because you get the most of what the cavalry have to offer. So I'm just going to get 4 cavalry regiments here. Yep. They don't cost too much, I guess, but you know, if we end up going into debt, if we end up getting loans, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Really, money in this game is not really, I guess you can say, the highest currency, I guess you can say that. Admin, diplomacy, and military points I value over everything. Basically, it'd probably be prestige or stability next, along with legitimacy, and then money just comes last, really. It's not a really big factor. You can just get loans upon loans upon loans. No. No. Alright, this is the start of the War of the Roses, I guess you can say. So we got a 27-year-old king who is 000, which is absolutely horrific for a king. I've never seen anything that bad before. Getting hardly any military points because we're over our limit. Oh my god. Just going to kick this guy, I think. Yeah, this is shocking, really. Yeah, it's quite pathetic. Yeah, that's the start of the War of the Roses event. Basically, when that king dies, is most likely, it's entirely possible he can conceive an heir, but it's highly unlikely that he will, and there'll be no heir to the throne, and the whole country will just descend into a ugly civil war for the crown of England. There's a nice revolt popping up in Leinster. Oh, actually, I forgot to call. Every time you conquer, stupid that I forgot about this actually. Every time you conquer, you have to core the provinces. Otherwise, you'll just get hampered with revolt risk, and it just gets really ugly. And also, you don't get the full benefit of taxation, I believe. Yeah, so you get like practically no tax at all. Gonna have to increase my army maintenance to go hunt down these guys in Ulster. Yeah, I think revolts in Ireland are gonna be my biggest worry. Like, conquest is not gonna be a worry at all. It's just keeping the populace happy, I guess you can say. I'm gonna suffer a bit of a penalty crossing through here, but should win decisively, which we do. And here comes the War of the Roses. Less than ideal for what I wanted, but we're just going to have to make do, I guess. Henry the Sixth, I believe. Oh, no, it's Henry the yeah, I believe that's the Sixth. Lancaster has suddenly died. As the nation mourns, two junior branches of the old house of Plantagenet and the house of Lancaster and the house of York both claim to be the rightful heir to the throne of England. Sporadic fights between their supporters have already broken out in a number of provinces around the country. Their heraldic symbols, a red rose and a white rose, have already become synonymous with the conflict now, commonly known as the War of the Roses. So basically here we get to choose which side, I guess, you want to support. I am definitely going to go with York, because just look at their stats. I mean, 005 on Lancaster, that's pretty disgusting. With a 553 on York, that is absolutely amazing. We get less revolt regiments, which is also amazing, and yeah, it's just an all-round better choice, so it's a no-brainer to go with them. We're going to have, obviously, a very large revolt here. What I'm actually going to do is use harsh treatment on the rebels here, just to make sure that they don't spawn, or not as likely to spawn, I guess you can say. So we're just getting massive revolt risks all over the place, basically. So if I can show you that on the map. There we go, revolt map mode. So yeah, as you can see, the country's starting to descend into civil war, basically. Yep. So you got houses are basically declaring who they support. It's just getting pretty ugly, really. Probably take a river crossing here. Not too sure. Pretty sure we don't, but I might get a penalty nonetheless. Gonna reinforce from Ireland. Let's see how this goes, eh? So everyone's declaring for Lancaster, which is pretty unfortunate for me because I declared for York. So, gonna have a bit of troubles here in a second. So yeah, we're fighting the rebels off. I'm gonna take the money because I don't really want to lose the stability. We'll maintain our diplomat in Castile for now. Keep the relations there high. Everyone's declaring for Lancaster. Okay, so we just defeated the large revolt. I think for now we're just going to delay our conquest until we get this huge problem out of the way with the rebels. So we're just going to keep our army here because we can have easy access to Ireland if need be, if they revolt. We can have easy access to mainland in case another pretender regiment pops up. Nobles disgruntledly. The nobles in Lincoln has so far stood by the crown during the War of the Roses, expecting to be generously rewarded. There is some growing opinion among many of them that there has so far been little recognition of their loyalty. These guys. I'm gonna give him the money and risk debt, but you know, we'll just take out a loan. Okay, just more revolt risk basically. I'm just gonna wait this scenario out and just try and just keep my army unified and together so we can just tear apart the rebels basically. I'm gonna suppress the rebels in Essex. I'm gonna send my army there in preparation. Actually, I should split this army force up because they're getting 5% attrition, which is absolutely horrific. And that's pretty stupid by me, actually. Okay. So, actually, what's the force limit here? Okay, so the supply length here in Essex is just what we want. Some people are joining our side, which is good. Getting support. So yeah, that's the War of the Roses for you. It's a very turbulent time. It slows the conquest down dramatically to a standstill, basically. Our legitimacy is quite bad, actually. Legitimacy questioned. Even our commanders and soldiers are starting to question the legitimacy of the current rulership. I think we're just gonna buy their loyalty. Just get another loan, basically. Loans aren't that bad because they're quite easy to repay, especially if you have a prolonged peace period, I guess you can say. I mean, you tend to rack up a bit of money and you tend to pay it back in no time. You can extend the loans, there's no deadline. All it does is just it hurts your inflation, really, and it hurts your income in the long run. So theoretically you can go into a spiral of debt, but it's quite hard. I mean, 0.38 interest is it's nothing really. So yeah, I think we're just gonna pause it here for now, and we'll come back, and hopefully in the next episode we'll resolve this little issue that we're having in England right now, and we'll restart our conquest for Ireland and Scotland. Thank you for watching. This is Cruzy Plays. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to like, and if you enjoy all my videos, you can surely subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you, and I hope to see you in the next